You are watching Everything Nicaragua. I'm Tony, and this is...
Scott Hamrick.
Scott Hamrick is a really interesting guy. I met him just the other day here on the beach, right? 3 days ago?
Yeah.
3 days ago, right?
First time ever in Nicaragua.
Fantastic. And you're like surfing all the time back in California?
All the time.
All the time.
That's what I do for work. I teach and coach, work with a couple high schools, middle schools. Actually, all the high schools and middle schools in North County.
Damn.
Yeah.
So everything surf.
Everything.
All right.
Surf and fish.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I'm really interested in is like your take on coming into Nicaragua. Did you know anybody in Nicaragua?
No.
Nobody.
No, nobody.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah.
So you know what time it is up in California. You know how to surf there. You know the breaks in the ocean. What's it like coming down into Nicaragua with a language barrier, the different country, and finding surf?
I would say it's comparable to going to, mainland Mexico. It was a little intimidating coming in on some of the roads and stuff like that, but once we got into our location here in San Juan del Sur, this is Majagual.
Yeah.
Here in Majagual, I mean, it just, everything slowed down. And
It's pronounced weird, man. You want to try and do it?
Let's do it.
All right, so it's something like a cat, like majagual.
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 Got it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Majagual.
Yeah, you kind
Got
of,
it.
and then you make it work.
But no, I mean, I came down here and I met you, and
Yeah.
and you turned me on to Madeiras,
Yeah.
which is right around the corner here, and I mean, I fell in love with that wave instantly.
Yeah.
I mean, I came here and it looked like there were probably about 12 guys out. When I walked down there was nobody, and I had the whole wave to myself, and it doesn't get like that where I live ever.
Right.
And so that was a really special experience for me, and I think it was my second wave, was a full stand-up barrel, and followed by like 3 or 4 turns, and I think I had it by myself for probably 3 hours. So
Wow.
later that day, we went down to Colorado's, and I surfed in probably a 400-yard area. There was at least 150 guys,
Yeah.
at least. So I think I was out there for 2 hours and picked off 2 waves.
Right.
Been surfing my whole life, so yeah, that was, staying away from the crowds is what I'm looking for, you know what I mean?
Well, that's like what I love about Nicaragua is there's a couple surf breaks. You got Santana surf break there, but you can access that from Popoyo.
Okay.
So you can just park and cruise in, and there's a bunch of breaks that keeps going all the way up to playgrounds and then the boom and further on. But what you just described to me is pretty straightforward. If you have the balls to come to Nicaragua and just go outside of gated communities.
Yeah.
So that means like you're in Nicaragua, the culture, like you met Alvaro at the restaurant, like he's as Nicaraguan as you get. You know, there's no guards, you're in the Wild West right now, you know? And then you can find all the gems.
Yeah.
But when you come in and you're like, hustle me, into my gated community, and yeah, there's great breaks. It's a great break. I'm not saying it's not, but you're surfing with 100 people again. And that's like what it was like in Newport Beach and, Huntington Beach and stuff. It was like, get off my wave, bro. You had to like really work your way into the culture to be able to surf.
The food wasn't as good, and you're paying American prices. So
exactly.
It was, it was surfing like a good wave in San Diego and a, Nicaraguan setting. So
totally.
This is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
You know what, man? They're countless. You're about to go on a surf tour, right? Surf and fishing tour?
Yeah, Zach, gentleman you're hooking me up with. We're heading out tomorrow. He's picking me up right in front here at 6 o'clock in the morning, and our plan is to go look for some mahi and a little bit of rooster.
Yeah.
And then he said, my girlfriend and I bring our boards, and then we're gonna hit a couple of the waves as well. I think we're gonna head down to Yankees.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're gonna be just like, hopefully it blows your mind.
Oh, I'm already mind blown just
for me,
right
I
here.
go to these little breaks and I'm like, there's nobody there, and it's like a surf video. Like when dudes are totally ripping, but there's no dudes on it.
Right.
And it's just like, I'm just watching this perfect wave one after another. So there's these constant breaks on the Pacific coast.
Absolutely.
And like for people who really love surfing and want to know like for a surf trip, like if you're gonna go with your boys and stuff, it's kind of it can be expensive. You can go and like live on the beach in a hammock and eat gallo pinto pretty cheap, right?
Sure.
You buy your plane ticket and then you hitchhike and do it. But if you're going like with your families and you're gonna do a big surf trip, there's an investment to make.
Yeah.
And one of the best parts about Nicaragua is the low risk. Like the surf is almost always good. 300 days, about a year, the wind from the Caribbean coast hits the Nicaraguan lake there with the volcanoes and blows offshore. So most likely you're gonna get offshore winds and good shaping waves. And there's so many fucking breaks. Like if you get to go to a Popoyo, I'd love to go with you because I could take you to like, we could be like, let's do 20 breaks today.
No way.
Yeah, it could be done. You
Really?
could do 20. You'd only get like one wave at each one, but it'd be like, get it, boom, back in the boat.
That was my whole idea is when you're going through land, you're missing a lot of the coastline.
You're missing so many, dude.
And as a person that's not local here and doesn't know which turnoffs to take, it can be a little intimidating. Yeah. So that was my whole grand scheme, is to get in the boat and then just cruise the coast and just try to pinpoint where all these little reef breaks and points are.
Totally.
And then maybe just sneak in there. Maybe we'll find a wave that not many people really know about, you know? So,
you will, for sure. Even the ones people know about, like when you're at that Colorado break, it's like everybody's there and it's California. It's mainly like you're in San Diego and Nicaragua.
Right.
But when you're out here, you're like you're on your own, you know? And it's gonna be epic. You're gonna have like so many different waves. It's crazy.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited for tomorrow, but most of all, I want to thank you, Tony. Honestly, we were a little bit lost. We came down here. You've been so hospitable to us and allowing us to park here on your place. And then, even though Madeiras is right there, my eyesight isn't that great, and I didn't really know it was there. You know, so.
And you walked there, right?
We walked there. It's about a 15-minute walk. But yeah, that was the coolest part, is actually walking there. You know, versus driving. I mean, I really, if I knew my way around, I'd probably walk most of the places, but
totally. And there's more that way too. There's so much, man. I'm excited for you. So like that's what we're trying to do here, is with Rad Pads, these like quick pop-up little houses. Like that's what we're trying to do, is make micro resorts. So we find a piece of property like that one right there is available, and then we pop on there like a washroom bathroom setup and a kitchen setup. Then we outsource the kitchen to a local restaurant, so they use it as a second location.
Right.
And then we build up the rooms. And so it's basically an Airbnb model where people can come and rent out the room, use the shared facility washrooms, and eat at the restaurant. So it kind of like integrates into local vibe at way
fraction of the price.
Fractions of the price.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Right.
You know? Like I could never do this in Canada or the US, like the red tape it takes to go through building and all that sort of stuff. Here, you can actually make things happen.
It's also a different vibe than Hacienda Iguana. You know what I mean? Much different vibe. And when I left California, I wasn't looking forward to going to a place like Hacienda Iguana. Something more like this. And so I think for the people out there that want to escape the hustle bustle and the 100-person crowded lineups, you know, then this is right up everybody's alley.
Dude, and you hop on a boat. Like your experience tomorrow, I mean, walking there was rad for you, but like walking there, hopping on a boat and just being like, stop there, stop there, stop there, what's that? Oh, you know, bring your binoculars and just like, or you don't even have to, he'll ride you right on the brakes of them
Between roping a couple fish and catching a couple waves, that's all I need.
It's going to be amazing.
I'm super grateful.
Yeah, I'm stoked to have met you, man.
Thank you, Tony. Likewise. Thank you for having us.
You bet, dude. Anytime. Yeah. All right, well, thanks for watching Everything Nicaragua. As we say every day, adios, nos vemos.
Adios.